I spent most of my day yesterday making these trousers, which are a hacked version of a free pattern, and I wanted to share with you a lot of the decisions I made and why, and kind of the creative process behind actually making something. I'm using the Nasrin Pants pattern from Mood. I am doing some alterations. One of them is the pockets, which I already posted a video about. The other one was changing the fly zip to a side zipper, which I also already posted a video about. And I did forget to mention one other thing that I changed about this pattern, but I already changed that in my last iteration of these trousers, which I'm actually wearing today. There's a pleat here. I actually changed the pleat into a dart to make them a little bit more fitted, and I'm going to repeat that. Yarn dye ginghams usually have a big tendency to fray, so I'm going to be serging all of my edges as I go. I have a back and I have a front. I've stitched down the inseam. You don't have to stitch the inseam first, but I just prefer doing it that way. And I am going to now pin the front and the back together at the sides and along the inside seam of the legs. And now you have to pick out which side you want your zipper on. I usually prefer my zippers on the left side, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Since I'm adding the zipper to the left side, I'm going to leave that side free. Because I'm using a gingham fabric, I am trying to match the print as much as possible. There are places where that becomes really difficult, like curved seams and stuff. At the very least, I'm trying to make sure that the squares aren't like off center from each other. Once I've serged all of the seams I stitched on the machine, these raw edges that I left free for inserting the zipper, I'm going to be serging them separately all the way down the leg. Once I insert the zipper, I will close that seam, and then I don't have to serge the edges. I can just press the seam allowances open. And then I'm going to stitch one side closed of each layer of the waistband. And it's important here that this side seam is the same that you closed all the way up on the trousers. This is important because if you've already added your zipper like me, and you're going to add a hook and bar closure or a button or something, then it's important that the button is on the same side as the zipper. But if you haven't added your zipper yet, so you need to have the opening on the same side. I'm going to add the interfaced layer to the trousers with right sides together, and I'm going to match this seam to the side seam that is already closed without the zipper. As you can see, there's quite a bit of excess to this. These trousers have a fly opening situation, and I altered them to not have that. But I haven't actually altered the pattern for the waistband because I want to add a hook and bar closure. I want one side to be flush with the zipper and the other side to be a little bit bigger. Once I stitch these down, all I have to do is flip it right side out, press, and finish the waistband however I would do it normally. So here they are again. This is how they turned out. I think they're super cute, and I can't wait to wear them.